Tamarandasya Gyanam Jana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militandina Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkest ignorance. My spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Srila Prabhupada Ki.
Today we're going to have Maharaja will speak in English and Gopaswami Prabhu will translate.
Yes.
We'll go online. This will be our regular program. From now on, who will translate will work out daily later on. But for today, Gopaswami Prabhu will not translate.
Okay, great. Shall we do the word by word first? Is that easier?
Do it any way you like, Mark.
Okay.
You may have to move the board a little bit so that the board can see it.
Hare Krishna. Bonjour. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Okay. Today's Srimad Bhagavatam discussion will be from Canto 10, Chapter 2, Prayers by the Demigods, text 40.
Un chapitre sur les prières offertes par les Devas, chapitre 2. Voilà.
Verset 40.
Okay. All right. Hare Krishna. Word by word. Mathyashva, Kachapa, Nrsinga, Varaha, Hamsa, Rajanya, Vipra, Vibhudeshu, Krithavataraha, Tvam, Pashi, Nas, Tri, Bhuvanam, Cha, Yathadunesha, Bharam, Bhuvo, Hara, Yadukama, Vandanang, Te, Madhyasva, Kachapa, Nrsinga, Varahamsa, Rajanya Vipra, Vibhudeshu, Krithavataraha, Tvam Pasinastri, Bhuvanam cha yatha punisha.
Vampasinasti bhuvanam cha yatha dunesha.
Varanguvo harai yaduttama vandanam te.
Varanguvo harai yaduttama vandanam te.
Matsyashvakatcha panashinra varahamsa.
Matsyashvakatcha panashinra varahamsa.
Rajanya viprabhudeshu kritavattara.
Rajanya viprabhudeshu kritavattara.
Vampasinasti bhuvanam cha yatha dunesha.
Vampasinasti bhuvanam yatha dunesha.
Aram bhuvo harayadu tamavandanam te.
Aram bhuvo harayadu tamavandanam te. Matsyasvakatcha panisingha varahamsa.
Matsyasvakatcha panisingha varahamsa.
Rajanna vipravibhudeshu kritavattara.
Rajanya vipravibhudeshu kritavattara.
Vampasinasti bhuvanam cha yathanudesha.
Vampasinasti bhuvanam cha yathanudesha.
Bharam bhuvo harayatu tamavadanam te.
Bharam bhuvo harayatu tamavadanam te. Okay, go ahead.
Matsyashvakatcha panishinga varahamsa.
Matsyasvakatcha panishinga varahamsa.
Rajanya vipravibhudeshu kritavattara.
Rajanya vipravibhudeshu kritavattara.
Vampasinasti bhuvanam chayata dunesha.
Vampasinasti bhuvanam chayata dunesha.
Aram bhuvo harayadu tamavandanam te.
Aram bhuvo harayadu tamavandanam te.
Vaishnavis.
Matsyasya kachapna shimma varahamsa.
Matsyasvakatcha panishinga varahamsa.
Rajanya vipravibhudeshu kritanya avatara.
Rajanya vipravibhudeshu kritavattara.
Tvampasinastari bhuvanam cha yatha dunesha.
Vampasinasti bhuvanam yatha dunesha.
Bharam bhuvo harayadu uttamam vandanam te.
Bharam bhuvo harayatu tamavandanam te.
Matsyasvakatcha panishinga varahamsa.
Matsyasvakatcha panishinga varahamsa.
Rajanya vipravibhudeshu kritavattara.
Rajanya vipravibhudeshu kritavattara.
Vampasinasti bhuvanam cha yatha dunesha.
Vampasinasti bhuvanam cha yatha dunesha.
Bharam bhuvo harayadu tamavandanam te.
Bharam bhuvo harayatu tamavandanam te.
Matsya,
Matsya,
the fish incarnation.
the fish incarnation.
Ashva,
Ashva,
the horse incarnation. Kachapa,
Kachapa,
the tortoise incarnation.
the tortoise incarnation.
Narasingha,
Narasingha,
the Narasingha incarnation.
the Narasingha incarnation.
Varaha,
Varaha,
the Varaha incarnation.
Varaha incarnation.
Hamsa,
Hamsa,
the swan incarnation.
the swan incarnation.
Rajanya,
Rajanya,
incarnations as Lord Ramachandra
incarnations as Lord Ramachandra.
and other Kshatriyas.
And other Kshatriyas.
Vipra,
Vipra,
incarnations as Brahmins like Vamanadev.
incarnations as Brahmanas like Brahmanadev.
Vibhudeshu,
Vibhudeshu,
among the demigods.
among the demigods.
Shrita Avataraha appeared as incarnations. Twam, your lordship.
Your Lordship,
Pasi, please say. Naha, us. Tri Bhuvanam Cha. And the three worlds. Yata, as well as. Aduna, now. Isha, O Supreme Lord. Haram, burden. Bhuvaha, of the earth. Hara, please diminish. Yadu Uttama, O Lord Krishna. Best of the others. Vandanam te. We offer our prayers to you. Translation. O Supreme Controller, your Lordship previously accepted incarnations as a fish, a horse, a tortoise, Narasimhadev, a boar, a swan, Lord Ramachandra, Parashuram, and among the demigods, Vamanadev, to protect the entire world by your mercy. Now please protect us again by your mercy by diminishing the disturbances in this world. O Krishna, best of the others, we respectfully offer our obeisances unto you.
Traduction. Ô Maître suprême, ta grâce se manifesta auparavant ici-bas en tant que poisson, cheval, tortue, Nrsimhadev, sanglier, cygne, Sri Ramachandra, Parashuram et parmi les dévas en tant que Vamanadev, afin de protéger le monde entier de par ta miséricorde. Veuille maintenant à nouveau nous protéger par ta miséricorde en atténuant le fardeau de ce monde. Ô Krishna, toi le meilleur des Yadus, nous te présentons nos bien respectueux hommages.
Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Swami Prabhupada. In every incarnation, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has a particular mission to execute, and this was true in his appearance as the son of Devaki in the family of the Yadus.
Commentaire de Srila Prabhupada, Dieu, la personne suprême, a une mission particulière à remplir lors de chacune de ses apparitions en ce monde. Cela se vérifia lors de son avènement en tant que fils de Devaki au sein de la famille des Yadus.
Thus all the demigods offered their prayers to the Lord, bowing down before him, and requested the Lord to do the needful.
Les dévots offrirent donc leur louange au Seigneur, se prosternèrent devant lui et lui demandèrent d'accomplir ce qui était nécessaire.
We cannot order the Supreme Personality of Godhead to do anything for us.
Nous ne pouvons ordonner à Dieu, la personne suprême, de faire quelque chose pour nous.
We can simply offer him our obeisances as advised in Bhagavad Gita, Manmana Bhavamat Bhakto Madhyaji Mang Namaskuru, and pray to him for annihilation of dangers.
Nous pouvons simplement lui présenter nos obéissances, comme nous le conseille la Bhagavad Gita, Manmana Bhavamat Bhakto Madhyaji Mang Namaskuru, et le prier pour qu'il élimine tout danger.
Jai Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnudev Vishvasaya Gudere Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Charini Mirashi Shishayavati Pasta Devi. Okay, when does this get complete?
When does the class finish? When you finish.
Really?
When you
I'm
finish.
finished. Okay, Hare Krishna. All right, gotcha.
We never finish.
9, okay.
9, you can go a little longer.
Okay, all right, we'll see.
A bit of leniency.
Okay, we'll like to get participation from everyone, interactiveness. Okay, now, we have the famous shlokas from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, the reason for Krishna's coming to this world. Yada yada hidaramasya glani bhavati bharata abhyutanam adharmasya tadatmanam stritanyam paritranaya sadhanam vinashaya vishvikam dharma samsamadaya sambhavam yuge yuge.
verset classique, très connu de la Bhagavad Gita, que tout le monde connaît bien.
Okay, what are these two shlokas saying? A lot. They are saying, let's break it up a little bit. First of all, when there's trouble, the Lord comes here.
Ces shlokas, ces versets nous enseignent des choses précises et importantes. D'abord, lorsqu'il y a des problèmes en ce monde, le Seigneur vient.
When there's a need for renovation, He comes.
Quand il est nécessaire de raviver, de rénover les choses, il vient.
Inventory.
Faire le bilan.
And then He says that to give protection to the devotees, sadhunam.
Il dit qu'il vient pour porter protection à ses dévots, les sadhus.
And to put the troublemakers into trouble.
Et ceux qui font des problèmes, leur donner des problèmes.
And to establish peace, love, brother. He comes to establish Dharma. Those are the three reasons, in a nutshell, why He comes here.
Et établir donc la paix, l'amour, la fraternité. Voilà en quelques mots pourquoi il vient ici.
Yes. Now there's always going to be disturbances. Why is it that at certain times the Lord comes and other times He doesn't? Because it seems like there's always some kind of trouble lurking in this world.
Les problèmes, les troubles, ils sont constants en ce monde. Alors pourquoi le Seigneur vient-il parfois et d'autres fois non?
Are we not in trouble these days?
N'avons-nous pas des problèmes aujourd'hui dans ce monde?
Ukraine, Russia,
L'Ukraine, la Russie,
Israel,
Israël,
people inside having difficulties.
intérieurement, les gens qui ont des problèmes aussi.
So how does this compute, quoting these two verses from the Bhagavad Gita and addressing the problems of today?
Alors quel rapport peut-on mettre avec tout cela et puisque nous dit la Bhagavad Gita et les versets d'aujourd'hui?
Well, one simple answer is that the Lord has come here, is here, and will be here in these troubled times of what we call Kali Yuga, in the form of Nam-rupa.
La réponse est assez simple, le Seigneur est venu, il vient et il sera toujours là dans ces temps troublés de l'âge de Kali sous la forme du nom, du Saint-Nom.
Kirtanadeva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Param Brajet. We live in an ocean of troubles, and yet there's one good thing, and that is the chanting of Krishna's name.
Nous vivons dans un océan de problèmes, c'est le propre de cet âge, mais il y a une bonne caractéristique dans cet âge, c'est le chant des Saint-Noms.
Satatam Kirdayam Tamam Yatantascha Dhridavrata. Chapter 9 from Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying, more or less, be a Mahatma, chant my name, glorify that which is worth glorifying.
Et dans la Bhagavad Gita, chapitre 4, Krishna nous dit, chantez mon Saint-Nom, glorifiez-moi, et tout ira comme ça. Soyez des Mahatmas.
Yeah, and 9 chapters later, chapter 18, he says, just love me and everything will be okay.
Et il répète au chapitre 18, il confirme simplement, aimez-moi et tout ira bien.
Manmana Bhavamat Bhakto. By the way, that shloka comes in chapter 9 and 18. Pretty much the same thing.
Et ce shloka apparaît dans 2 chapitres de la Bhagavad Gita, à peu près le même, au 9e et au 18e chapitre.
There's a few things that Krishna repeats in the Bhagavad Gita to make emphasis.
Il y a 2 choses que Krishna répète dans la Bhagavad Gita pour les souligner.
And this is a technique or strategy that he uses because we're not hearing very well, so you have to say it again.
C'est une technique, une stratégie qu'il utilise car nous ne sommes pas très bons pour entendre, pour bien écouter, et donc il faut le répéter.
And because in this day and age we're kind of dull, we have some problems here. It's hard to penetrate in here, so things need to be repeated.
Et notre cerveau, notre mental est assez épaissi et pour faire rentrer quelque chose dedans, il faut nous le répéter.
Répéter, s'il vous plaît.
Please
Yes.
repeat.
Again and again. There's something in chapter 2 where Krishna, probably it's the only place in the Gita where he says something again and again. He keeps repeating the same thing. I don't know if you can answer that one. Chapter 2. Keeps saying the same thing. Almost like a mantra, again and again and again.
C'est quand même très spécial ce verset où Krishna il répète la même chose, exactement la même chose de nouveau.
And Prabhu here was thinking about the way he's did with his eyes. What is that? Right? Okay. Very good, Prabhu. We picked up on your little innuendos. So here's what he says that he keeps repeating. Don't worry.
Il y a quelque chose donc qu'il répète. Et ce qu'il répète, c'est ne vous faites pas de soucis.
Chill out. Chill out. Don't hesitate.
N'hésitez pas.
Don't be in anxiety.
Ne soyez pas en anxiété.
Have no fear.
N'ayez pas peur.
He says it right at the beginning of the Gita. Then he repeats it again near the end. Sarvadharman parijajam amikam sharanam parijah aham tvam sarvapapibhyo mokshashami ma shuchaha. Don't worry.
Et ce qu'il dit donc au début de la Bhagavad Gita, Krishna va le répéter à la fin complètement, dans le verset Sarvadharma Parityaga, termine Mashucha, ne vous faites pas de soucis.
Yes. Our Hindu friends go, don't worry.
Et
Maybe you've heard them say that before. Don't worry.
Nos amis hindous approuvent en secouant la tête ainsi.
So, and the reason why it's mentioned is because we do worry. We're living in a stressful world.
Et pourquoi cela a été ainsi mentionné, c'est parce que nous nous faisons de soucis. On vit dans un monde où on peut se faire des soucis.
Why should we be so stressed out? And especially when Krishna gives some really good guidelines, a step-by-step procedure, whereby you will end up not having to be so stressed out.
Pourquoi devrions-nous être si stressés, si inquiets, alors que Krishna nous donne un processus, une marche à suivre, pas à pas, pour justement ne pas être anxiété.
Sarvadharman parityaja, it means that don't get so caught up in your designation or your identity. Leave that behind. Leave your dharma behind. You know, let's say the secondary dharma, the real prime dharma or duty or responsibility is to submit to him wholly, solely.
Ce verset, donc, final de la Bhagavad Gita, Sarvadharma Parityaja, Krishna nous dit ça correspond à abandonner nos désignations, qui fait qu'on se donne toutes sortes de devoirs avec les problèmes qui leur sont reliés. Et il nous dit non, simplement, oubliez tout ça, ce sont des devoirs secondaires, restez simplement conscient de moi.
So he says, give up all designations. That's point one. Second point is surrender to me.
Donc le premier point, c'est, il nous dit d'abandonner les désignations matérielles, et le second, c'est de s'abandonner à lui.
Right, those are the 2 points. And here's the package deal. This is what you get out of it, Krishna is saying. What is the end result?
Et quelle est donc voilà quelle est la conclusion, le fruit de tout ce que Krishna nous dit.
Like this is very common amongst millenniums. People from the new millennia, right? You present something to them. This is very common. People make jokes about it. So what's in it for me? What do I get out of it? Okay. The millennials.
Yes.
How many millennials are here? Not too many.
Est-ce qu'il y a des gens qui...
I have to explain what that means, unless they're savvy to modern
Millennials, that means people who were born from 2000 on.
Ah.
In other words, if you're 23 years or under, you're probably a millennial.
Yeah, that's right. Do we have any here?
Donc, tous ceux qui sont nés avant
I think you're older than 23. I think you're older than 23. Yeah, if you're 23 or younger, you might well be a millennial.
Anyways, we love you. We love you the way you are.
Even if you are.
We love you, and you've got a lot to bring to the table. You have a lot to offer to the world. But one shortcoming is that, you want me to do this and that and this and that? So what do I get out of it? What benefit do I get?
Quel est le bénéfice qu'on va obtenir en faisant ceci ou cela?
That's very true. Yes. And so the benefit is this, going back to 1866, okay? We give up our designations, we surrender to Krishna, and as an end, what do we get out of it? Krishna lifts all the karma.
Donc voilà, ce qu'on aime bien savoir aujourd'hui, les jeunes, c'est ça, hein, savoir si je fais ça, mais quel bénéfice je vais en tirer. Alors Krishna, il nous dit justement dans ce verset 18-66, eh bien, si tu abandonnes tes désignations matérielles, c'est de voir, et que tu t'abandonnes à moi, voilà ce que tu vas obtenir.
The next benefit is, he gives you moksha, freedom.
Un bénéfice, tu vas être délivré, libéré, moksha.
And then lastly, he takes the stress away.
Et finalement, Krishna va enlever toute l'inquiétude, le stress.
Benefits are really important in people's lives. Just like, say, for instance, if you're going to go for a job, you want to get a job that has a fairly good pay, the environment is pretty nice, and there's some benefits like health benefits, you get to retire maybe early, those kind of things. People look for those kind of things when they try to enroll in work.
Quand on s'engage dans un travail particulier, on aime bien savoir quels sont les bénéfices qu'on va en retirer. L'argent, le bon environnement, une question de santé, on pourra partir à la retraite un peu plus tôt.
Yes, correct? Yes.
Vous êtes d'accord?
No, maybe so. Okay, great. So we can look at Krishna's words. We can actually take them seriously, or we can take them lightly, but it's probably a good idea to take them in such a way that it's very meaningful and carries a lot of weight.
On peut prendre ces bénéfices de façon plus ou moins sérieuse, mais c'est quand même bien de s'y pencher dessus bien, parce que ça va donner du poids à notre décision.
In this chapter, the demigods are doing a lot of praying.
Dans ce chapitre, on voit les dévas qui vont faire beaucoup de prières.
And there's many different kinds of ways to pray.
Il y a beaucoup de façons différentes d'offrir des prières.
There's ways to pray in the mode of goodness, ways to pray in the mode of passion, and ways to pray in the mode of ignorance.
Cela peut être fait dans la vertu, la passion ou l'ignorance.
In this format, the devatas or demigods are giving Krishna many compliments.
Dans les prières qui nous occupent, on voit les dévas qui offrent beaucoup de compliments à Krishna.
More or less, they're saying that you take on many different forms. You're multiform. You come at different times for different purposes, always to help others.
En gros, ils présentent leur prière à Krishna en soulignant qu'il adopte toutes sortes de formes différentes pour des buts spécifiques.
Yes. So now, like soon, we'll be approaching Christmas soon, right? And people around are, maybe they're offering prayers. Oh, God, I've been really good to you. I'm looking for what's the latest car? A Tesla, and you have a shopping list, So that's one form of prayer. But perhaps it's not so much in the mode of goodness.
Aujourd'hui, les gens, ils approchent, ils s'adressent à Dieu beaucoup, surtout avec la liste des courses qu'ils ont à faire auprès de lui. Voilà, j'aimerais bien avoir ceci et cela. Mais ça, c'est pas vraiment dans la vertu.
Mm-hmm. And then there's the form of prayer, which is more in the mode of ignorance, like, God, I really hate that guy over there. Can you do something about him? I'll do a yajna, I'll do a havan, whatever it takes. I'll even take a doll, a little, effigy of him, and put some pins in there. Just help me get rid of that person.
Il y a des prières qui peuvent être adressées à Dieu aussi sous l'influence de l'ignorance, dans le style oh Seigneur, celui-là vraiment je l'aime vraiment pas du tout. Si tu pouvais faire quelque chose là pour l'éliminer, je Je peux jouer un petit rôle si tu veux, j'ai une petite statuette, là je vais la percer avec des aiguilles aussi.
You know, those kind of prayers or wishes are very ill motivated, not the best kind of sentiment.
Bon, ce genre de prières qui sont avec des mauvaises motivations, c'est pas les meilleurs sentiments.
The demigods here are flattering a little bit, they're in danger, so therefore they're praying. People pray when there's trouble, but when the trouble's removed, they stop praying. So it's out of prayer inconvenience.
Bon là, les dévas sont un peu intéressés, ils sont dans des situations difficiles, ils ont des problèmes, et donc ils prient parce qu'ils sont dans des situations désagréables.
Mm-hmm. So just like we all love to be entertained a little bit, and there's some people out there, they can do many different characterizations, right? They can do, what's the word there? They can do almost anybody, sound like them, act like them, look like them. Impersonators, yeah. And people go, bravo, it's wonderful.
On aime bien les divertissements en général, là où les gens jouent différents rôles, n'importe quel rôle, et tout le monde applaudit, c'est bien.
Mm-hmm. So now the demigods are saying, hey Krishna, you can be a fish, you can be a swan, you can be a warrior, you can act like a Brahmin, you can be a Brahmin, you can be any of these things. And you can be a ferocious lion and maintain your manliness. You can be not just a lion, but a lion and a man at the same time. This is all kind of like complimenting, and it's a little bit flattering actually.
Donc les dévas adressent ces prières à Krishna en lui disant mais tu es vraiment formidable, tu peux apparaître comme un poisson, une tortue, un petit nain, un kshatriya, même comme Nishingadev, et même à la fois homme et lion. Donc ils font des compliments, c'est un petit peu de la flatterie.
Right. Now, Christmas is around the corner, but before Christmas it's Halloween, you know. So people dress up like a witch or like a ghost. I don't. It's quite big here, isn't it? In North America, it's really big, and Canada and the U.S. and so on like that. And you know, so you can dress up like anybody practically. Yeah. Every year, I remember as children, we used to go door to door and trick or treat, and you'd be dressed up like some. Every year, it's a different person. So you're playing different roles, but you are one. So the point is that the compliment here is that Krishna, you are one, but you can be many at the same time.
On va bientôt arriver à Noël, mais avant Noël, il y a Halloween. Halloween, bon, on célèbre ça, surtout en Amérique du Nord, c'est une grande fête. Et Halloween, ça consiste à se déguiser, toutes sortes de déguisements, de sorciers, de fantômes, n'importe quoi. Et Maharaja se rappelle, quand il était petit, voilà, il allait de porte en porte, tous les ans c'était un déguisement différent. Et là, les dévas, ils s'adressent à Krishna en lui disant tu es vraiment formidable, tu peux prendre des déguisements, des formes très différentes, et pourtant tu es toujours la même personne, un seul.
Right. Actually, it's kind of an opulence to be able to do many things, to be multitasking, which is what leaders in the ISKCON have to do sometimes, you know. If you're a GVC man, or if you're a sannyasi or you're a guru, you expect to do many things. And you're supposed to be good at all of them. It's a real opulence if you can pull it off and do it.
Oui, c'est une opulence chez quelqu'un d'être capable de faire plusieurs choses différentes, comme dans ce mouvement par exemple, ceux qui sont en position de responsabilité, ils sont censés savoir faire plein de choses à la fois. Voilà, c'est pas mal.
Okay, everything's doing okay, right? Everything, I'm not going too fast for you, right?
It's okay.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, now, let's just look at these different avatars that are being addressed here. I would ask you, just like when we were young, when Maharaj and I were young, everyone, our generation, we chose our favorite Beatle. Which of the Beatles do you like the best? John, Paul, George, or Ringo? Okay, it's true. That's where we were, culturally, where we were at. And, but now, you know, as a sort of a transcendental little game, you can choose which avatar is your favorite. What's your favorite? And then, so we'll ask you, because to make this a little interactive, we'll ask you, what is your favorite? And then we'll a second question, why? Pourquoi? Is that okay? All right. Okay, and we will not limit ourselves to this list. The list is unlimited, okay? As many avatars as there are, you know, we can pick and choose from any of them. Is that okay, a little game? All right. You want to have a little fun? So we will have it now. Okay.
Bon, vous vouliez un petit peu d'amusement, là, on va en faire un peu maintenant. Demandez votre avis. C'est comme quand on était jeune, on choisissait, par exemple, entre les 4 Beatles, celui qu'on préférait, George, etc., Ringo et John. Voilà. Mais là, maintenant, il s'agit plutôt de choisir pour vous lequel d'entre tous les avatars de Krishna, pas seulement ceux de cette liste, mais lequel, celui que vous préférez, première question. Et la seconde, c'est pourquoi vous préférez cet avatar-là.
Good. And the reason why I'm asking this is because a key word here is a particular mission. Every avatar has a particular mission. So therefore, you know, this is very individualistic, and that's why I'm asking the question. And I think it will be nice to engage everybody. Okay? Everyone agrees. At least Prabhu speaking for everyone. Okay.
Donc moi, je veux se prêter à ce petit jeu parce que ça permet que tout le monde participe, tout le monde est d'accord, en particulier Jyoti. Et donc, voilà, pourquoi demander cette question aussi? Pourquoi vous choisissez cet avatar-là? Parce que dans le verset, c'est mentionné que chaque avatar a une spécificité, une mission particulière. Donc, à vous de jouer.
Specific, particular. Maharaja has 2 hands up, so I think he wants to be the first one to say his favorite.
I think that it's better if others give first, otherwise they'll all follow what I say.
Your wishes are command.
No, yeah, so others say.
Your wishes are command. Would anybody like to just raise their hand and tell us about your favorite avatar or incarnation, and then state why?
Okay. Qui veut commencer alors?
Oh, we have one.
Lord Vamanadev.
Lord Vamanadev. Why? Because he's short and you're short.
Who is that behind the pillar?
Don't take offense to what I said.
I thought it was Lord Nrsimhadev behind the pillar there. I didn't know.
So why do you say?
Vamanadev.
Why?
Because he's little and cute and
Okay, little and cute. I like that. I'm glad this is being recorded. This is precious.
Maharaja a choisi comme avatar qu'elle préfère, Seigneur Vamanadev. Pourquoi? Parce que c'est un petit mignon.
Yeah, beautiful. Anybody else like to share their favorite avatar? What did you okay.
Lord Nrsimhadev, because
Lord.
he's a protector.
He's the protector.
That's why really the main reason. He protects and takes care, so.
Right, and everyone needs protection. That's very good. I think we should applaud the Lord
Donc, Maharaja, elle présente le Seigneur Nrsimhadev parce que c'est lui qui donne la protection, qui s'occupe de nous.
Yes, oui. Anybody else? Gentlemen? Okay, it's ladies. Okay.
Well, I don't know if he's on that. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Because
Pourquoi?
he was pure love of God to the most simple.
Mostly, very kind. Patita Pavana.
Le Seigneur Chaitanya Mahaprabhu parce qu'il donne le pur amour pour Dieu et il le donne au plus bas, plus déchu.
That's why she got the name Gorangi.
All right. Well, there's a nice connection there, right? So, Prabhu, Yep.
Harinam Prabhu?
Harinam. Okay. Harinam.
Because he gives me a lot of service.
Okay. Harinam, that's an incarnation.
Kali Yuga.
Kali Yuga.
Avatar.
Kali Yuga Avatar, all Chaitanya. Okay. Gotcha.
Lord Chaitanya, but also in this age, you mentioned already now.
Namru. Very good. That's it. Yeah, bravo. We like it. Anybody else would like to come forward and tell us their favorite, their fave, that's what they say in English, fave.
Well, after Nishingadev, Lord Chaitanya, it's difficult to, it's not maybe a favorite. I like.
Okay, take a secondary avatar.
Okay. I like to say Matsya Avatar because I like swimming.
Do you want me to say it in French?
Oui, c'est peut-être pas le principal dans le sens, mais quand même c'est absolu. Non, j'aime bien Matsya Avatar parce que j'aime bien nager.
Who's the sleeping avatar? I like sleeping. Who's the sleeping avatar?
Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yoga Nidra, that's true. He's lying, relaxing. That's true. Vishnu. Any other takers? Any other that you favor? It doesn't have to be your favorite, but let's just say somebody that you really like and admire.
Non, encore quelqu'un. On va parler maintenant pour ceux qui aiment bien dormir, Mahavishnu dans son Yoga Nidra. Mais si quelqu'un endort, voilà, quelque chose qu'il aimerait dire.
Like it would be very offensive if we left this room and missed out on some of the avatars. It would be big apparat.
Ouais, faites attention quand même parce que si on en oublie un avant la fin de la classe, ce sera une offense. Hein. On ne sera pas content celui qu'on aura oublié.
Okay. All right, Prabhupada, okay. Prabhupada is like the Shakti-Vesh avatar, so in that category, yes. Okay. Should we pass it?
Yes, Prabhupada.
You're like, you think it's okay?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And why?
Prabhupada came to the Western world in 1965. Without Prabhupada, we won't be here today.
That's right. Wow.
Dans la catégorie des Shakyavesh Avatar, c'est la même chose et c'est différent. Prabhupada, donc pourquoi? Parce qu'il est venu en 65 et grâce à lui, tout existe. Nous sommes tous là grâce à lui.
Somebody else, Prabhu? You?
I didn't hear what he said.
Prabhupada is a Shakyavesh Avatar, and he likes to mention Prabhupada because we are here by his mercy.
It's good.
Yeah, nice. It would be nice to say something about avatars, but I don't know much about them.
Okay, well that's why you've come to this class, to learn more about them, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Any but others? We still have some. Yes.
So my first options would have been Shringadev also, but I would say second is also Kalki because he comes at the end to destroy all the demonic people.
Yeah, he's got an interesting approach, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, with a sword.
Non, bien que Mataji aurait mentionné Nishingadev, mais après elle aurait mentionné Kalki, parce que lui aussi il vient pour éliminer tous les êtres démoniaques à la fin de l'âge de Kali.
Kalki Avatar resonates with you then. Yeah, seems so. Okay, very good. We still have a few more people that haven't contributed yet. Do you have one?
I think I have all of them.
Oh, you like them all? That's not allowed. Do you have one favorite? Let's pick one. And like I said again, there's a few more that we can choose. Yes.
I choose Lord Ram.
Lord Ram.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Ram Avtara, being he's a warrior as well as an idealism, setting up the idealism, the way to lead the life.
Okay, great. Yes, I think that was a very good choice.
Mataji choisirait Seigneur Ram parce qu'à la fois c'est un guerrier et aussi il montre les qualités humaines parfaites, idéales.
Nice, good, bravo. We have some young girls that came here. Would they like to volunteer and tell us their favorite incarnation?
Yeah, but I don't speak English.
No, but he's going to ask.
But they don't speak French either. Yeah, Russian, Ukrainians.
Somebody else can translate.
Il y a quelqu'un qui veut mentionner un avatar qui lui plaît? Encore?
But I would like to know who is Amsa Avatar. I never heard about
Il voudrait savoir qui est Amsa Avatar.
Who is Hamsa Avatar, he's asking.
Okay, that's okay. But I'm still waiting for the girls there.
Lord Ramachandra.
Lord Ramachandra, okay. For both the girls?
Yes, they have read a lot of them.
And why do they choose?
For many years they read about him.
Okay, they're familiar with it.
Yes.
Very good. Okay.
It's exciting. His pastimes are very exciting.
Oh, totally. Yeah, that's definitely the case, you know. Dealing with monkeys and...
Think about Ramchandra, we have so much pastimes there, isn't it?
So much, you know, demons with 10 heads.
All the avatars. I mean, Krishna's not an avatar, he's avataris. So all the avatars, Ramchandra is the most...
Yeah, he stands out, that's for sure. He stands out. Okay, we'll get to this one. Anybody else that we haven't covered yet? Any of the other
Lord Vara. Lord Vara.
Varaha.
Because he's a demon slayer.
Demon slayer. Oh yeah.
Demon slayer?
Yeah.
He kills demon. Especially
He hasn't killed me, he hasn't killed me yet.
That's
I agree with that, I like that one, because I come from a town and always, you know, that Jagannath, I could say Jagannath if I was going to say
You can, it's allowed.
It's allowed, Jagannath.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's related to Lord Varaha too, as we know, because, you know, who was it who was worshipping Nilamada, the form of Lord Jagannath previously? It was a pig herder, right?
That's right.
Pig herder.
You're connecting all the dots here, Maharaj. It's very
I was born in a place called Pig Hill, so
Pig Hill.
there's a lot of relationship there with Lord Varaha Day and Lord Jagannath.
I come from the city Toronto. They used to had a nickname Hogtown.
Hogtown.
Yeah, Hogtown. Yeah. But it doesn't have that image anymore. Okay, we have to thank for your. And
Prabhu avait choisi le seigneur Baladev parce que c'est un tueur de démons. Et voilà, Maharaj a rajouté que lui aussi il aimait bien Baladev et c'était une connexion multiple. Voilà, Haribol qui vient.
Yes, Haribol. Okay, anybody else that? Why don't we just go around the room and tell us your favorite? You don't have to tell us why. Okay, so we can just go at it quickly. Prabhu. It may already be chosen, it doesn't matter.
I don't know the list. I have to know the list first.
We'll just pick one out of the hat, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
On va faire le tour de tout le monde rapidement, si tu en veux.
Okay, we'll come back.
Moi j'aime bien Alada.
Halada. His name is Halada.
Oh, Halada. Okay.
Lord Balaram. In other words, Lord Balaram.
Yeah, yes, Balaram. No, that's good. Balaram, that's very good. If you're going to mention Jagannath, we might as well mention Balaram. Yeah. Well, why don't we just stretch it? Tell us why you like Halada.
Il fait beaucoup de choses avec sa pioche.
So he does many things with his
plow.
Yes.
La Yamuna.
Yes, Yamuna, that's right. That's right.
What was his club? Is that what he said? He's in Balaram's club?
It's a
Balaram's club.
Aladar fait partie du club de Balaram.
Well, you got the name. Aladar.
Un jeu de mots.
Nice.
Le club, c'est la masse.
We love your name. Yeah. Okay, anybody else? Yes.
Nityananda.
Nityananda Prabhu, yes, come on.
Nityananda.
Tell us why.
Parce qu'il est encore plus magnanime que le Seigneur Chaitanya.
Even more magnanimous than Lord Chaitanya.
Et il donne l'espoir.
Right.
He gives hope.
Yes, he gives us hope. Very good, I like this. Anybody else didn't have a chance to say something?
Allez, quelqu'un encore?
Yes.
Balakrishna is supremely attractive.
Those two guys together.
Baby Krishna, small Krishna.
Oh, Bala. Obviously. Bala Gopal and so on.
He's
Yes.
avatari. He's avatari.
Yes. Good, very nice.
So he doesn't not accept.
No, he's avatari, source of the avatars.
Yes. Bravo. I like it. Anybody else?
Le petit Krishna.
Can you tell me something about the fish avatar?
Well, the fish avatar is swan and fish now. Okay. Would you like to, Mara, share a little fish of the swan? Start with the swan.
Hamsa avatar, I don't know much about the Hamsa avatar.
Yes, we both don't know too much about the Hamsa avatar, to be honest, but one thing we can say is that every avatar, what they have in common, they're there to deliver. They're there to award liberation, moksha, to free you. All of them.
Donc, en ce qui concerne l'avatar cygne, on ne sait pas grand-chose, si ce n'est que comme tous les avatars, ils viennent pour nous protéger, pour enlever le problème.
Why would anybody choose the Hamsa avatar?
Pourquoi choisirait-on, par exemple, l'avatar cygne?
I'll give you an answer. The swans look beautiful.
Moi, je choisirais parce qu'un cygne, c'est très beau.
And that's another common feature amongst all the avatars. They all have something attractive, even like the Varaha, right? I mean, he was a good-looking pig, and I've never seen a good-looking pig in my life. I was raised on a farm, and we had every kind of animal you can imagine, and pigs didn't ever look sexy to me.
On aime bien l'avatar cygne, il est très beau, et comme tous les avatars, en fait, ils sont tous cette caractéristique de beauté, bien sûr, y compris, par exemple, l'avatar sanglier, Valahadev. Bon, parmi la rage des sangliers, des cochons, on ne peut pas dire qu'il y en ait qui soient très beaux. Maharaja dit qu'il était élevé dans une ferme, il y avait toutes sortes d'animaux, et le cochon n'avait pas une belle tête, mais Valahadev, lui, il est très très beau.
Yes. So, one of the things that we can kind of, wrap up our little talk this morning about is that what's addressed here is that the demigods are praising the various demigods for protection, security. That's a big deal. Stability in people's lives. Well, many of us feel like we don't feel that kind of stability, protection. There's a lot to worry about. There's a lot to fear. So when we take shelter of these demigods, either one or all of them, we stand to be in a sheltered situation.
On voit donc ici, pour conclure un petit peu cette discussion de ce matin, comment les dévas, les demi-dieux, adressent ces prières au Seigneur. Leur motivation, c'est pour être protégés, et c'est bien cela que l'on fait, quel que soit l'avatar à quel on peut s'adresser. C'est toujours un peu dans cet esprit-là d'obtenir la protection, parce que, en particulier, on est toujours dans une situation instable, on a besoin de sécurité. Cette stabilité est quelque chose d'assez rare, et donc on demande à un avatar en général de nous accorder cette protection, la stabilité de notre vie.
Yes, everyone's looking for protection all the time, and that's why we defend ourselves often. If we're a little late for an event, we said, I'm very sorry. So we defend ourselves, I'm very sorry to be late. But blah, 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 the traffic helped me out. I got a flat tire and so on like that. So, stability, protection, it's an important thing in people's lives.
Oui, dans la vie courante pour tout le monde, la stabilité, se sentir protégé, c'est important, ça s'exprime de façon simple. On arrive en retard, tout de suite on dit excusez-moi, voilà, j'ai un embouteillage, quelque chose qui s'est passé. On cherche toujours à être protégé, sécurité.
The demigods themselves are extremely powerful, and they are protective by nature, but they sometimes also feel very vulnerable, and that they're looking help for someone more powerful than themselves. So they're going to Krishna.
Les dévas, pourtant, eux-mêmes, ils sont puissants et ils accordent protection s'il y a d'autres. Mais eux aussi, il leur arrive de se sentir vulnérables, et donc là, ils vont se tourner vers Krishna.
Yes. So you all know the song. We can sing it together. Krishna, 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 Hare. Krishna, 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 Hare. Krishna, 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 Rama. Krishna, 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 Rama. Rama, 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 Rama. Krishna, Keshava, Krishna, Keshava, Krishna, Keshava, Rama. In that song, there's a plea for protection for peace, and so we take shelter of you, Krishna.
Et dans ce chant d'invocation des noms de Krishna, c'est ce que l'on fait, on invoque la protection. Krishna, s'il te plaît, rends-moi paisible, donne-moi cette stabilité.
Hare Krishna. Okay, we did pretty good because it's 9 o'clock, right on the button. Okay, but if we can, I can share with you a poem that I wrote since I've been here. I started about 2 in the morning.
Donc, c'est pas trop loin de vous voyez, il est juste 9h. Je voudrais juste partager avec vous un petit poème que j'ai écrit ce matin vers 2h du matin.
And it's a little bit secular, if I can use that term. It's for everybody, not just to insert Krishna consciousness. But the topic is marriage / partnership. Marriage / relationship.
Okay. Donc Maharaja, je voudrais nous lire ce petit poème qui n'est pas nécessairement directement sur la conscience de Krishna. Ça traite de mariage, des relations.
Okay, unfortunately it's in English.
Non, c'est en anglais.
Please bear with me. Okay. So marriage. When two are one, in pain and in fun, sharing any burden, in a method to learn them. Listening as a skill requires just the will. Complementing each other, it helps to discover. Balance won't ever hurt. It's romance that is so short. Sacrificing is key. It's a mutual agree. Compromising is forever. Say no to never. Nonviolence is the way. Otherwise, we all pay. Love and laugh a lot. This always hits the spot. It's all about giving, the prime approach to living. So basically, we're just saying, in a relationship, we need to listen, we need to sacrifice, we need to say nice things.
Donc ce poème en anglais, en général, ce qu'il exprime, c'est que dans une relation à deux comme cela, il faut savoir écouter, il faut savoir faire des sacrifices, dire des choses gentilles.
It's about compromising.
Savoir faire des compromis.
It's about not being violent.
Ne pas être violent.
Love and laugh a lot, crack some jokes.
Et rire, beaucoup rire.
Okay, and it's mostly all about giving.
Principalement, ça concerne surtout le fait de donner.
Okay, so you may ask, why is a monk or why is a sannyasi writing about marriage?
Vous demandez peut-être pourquoi un sannyasi est en train de parler d'un poème sur le mariage.
Well, the answer is because we like to see everybody happy, and we like to see that relationships will work. And just by applying a few good tips or methods, it can go a long way to making a relationship successful as opposed to a disaster.
La réponse est simple, c'est parce qu'on veut simplement voir tout le monde heureux et un bonheur qui dure. Et donc avec quelques petites astuces ou quelques petits points comme ça, on peut faire d'une relation quelque chose de paisible et qui marche longtemps au lieu que ça se termine en désastre.
Good. I hope you approve.
J'espère que vous approuvez.
So we want to thank you very much. Maybe just any other questions that might come up or comments, if you will. Maharaj?
How would you suggest, if you do, in our present situation of the world we're living in, especially in the face of various crises, from a material perspective, you could say, we should pray.
Mm-hmm.
Should we pray?
Mm-hmm.
What type of prayer?
Yes, good.
Je pose comme question, dans le contexte actuel où il y a des crises dans le monde, est-ce qu'on doit prier? Comment doit-on prier?
So, Vandanam, or prayer, is one of our obligations in the Bhakti tradition.
Dans la tradition de la Bhakti, la prière, Vandanam, c'est une obligation.
So there's no harm in praying. In fact, we should feel within our heart, have a feeling for others who are in a difficult situation. The phrase that Prabhupada used, paradukaduki. We are hurting because we see other people hurting, right? And so therefore we pray that they will be in a better situation. And we know the answer is go to Krishna, make Krishna open up their hearts and their minds to realize Krishna. So that would be a nice prayer.
Donc il n'y a pas de mal bien sûr à prier et il faut être sensible à la souffrance d'autrui. On dit en Vaishnava, pala dukkha dukhi, la souffrance d'autrui ça le fait souffrir aussi. Et donc c'est bien de prier pour que ultimement que Krishna ouvre le cœur des personnes et leur esprit à leur relation avec Krishna.
Like somebody might say that the Hare Krishna mantra, it is a kind of a prayer, and that's good for everybody. But you can be specific, you can be particular, just like these demigods are saying, every avatar comes for a particular purpose.
Bien sûr, on peut dire que le Mahamantra Hare Krishna est la prière par excellence et que ça sert tous les buts, toutes les situations, mais on peut avoir aussi des prières plus spécifiques, comme ici, les devas, les demi-dieux, s'adressent à tous les différents avatars de Krishna qui ont tous une spécificité.
Sure, maybe sometimes even as aspiring devotees, the modes of nature still affect us. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you have, for and against, even in our consciousness, in world situations. Mm. You mentioned those who are suffering. Well, maybe what about the perpetrator? Do we pray for them as well?
Yes, why not? The perpetrator, or the enemy, if you will, is someone who needs to have a change of heart. And so it's all right to pray that they will be able to see the reality. Yeah, definitely. I mean, people who are insecure, like these perpetrators, they're insecure. That's what they're suffering from. So we pray that then they may be able to develop within a certain kind of self-confidence and strength and a dependency on a higher power, on Krishna. Yeah, most definitely. Prayers for everybody.
We'll have body designation.
What about that?
They all identify with their body or their ignorance.
Mm-hmm. Oui, bien sûr, dans toute situation de souffrance, il y a toujours un agresseur et un agressé. Est-ce qu'il faut prier, bien sûr, pour les agressés, mais aussi pour les agresseurs? Oui, parce que ça témoigne, cette attitude, d'une situation d'insécurité, d'instabilité. Donc, on prie pour qu'ils trouvent justement cette paix aussi en eux-mêmes.
The devotee doesn't generally just want them to be freed of material suffering, do they? Isn't we prayed for their, spiritual benefits so that they can rise above this duality?
That's right. We pray that they will develop higher consciousness, Krishna consciousness, so that they can all learn how to cope with the world better.
And with each other.
Handle these things. Yes.
May there be Prahlad Maharaj prays, isn't that famous prayer? May there be good fortune throughout the universe, and may all envious persons become pacified. May all living entities become calm by practicing Bhakti Yoga, or by accepting devotional service. They will think of each other's welfare. Therefore, let us all engage in the service of the Supreme Transcendence, Lord Sri Krishna, and always remain absorbed in thought.
Would you like to?
Can you please the reference of the verse?
This is Canto 5, Chapter 18, Text 9.
Donc, vous pouvez vous trouver un verset important, 5e chant, chapitre 18, verset 9. 5, 18, 9.
Prayer of Lord Prahlad Maharaj to Lord Nrsimhadev.
Ce sont les prières que Prahlad Maharaj adresse au Seigneur Nrsimhadev, et dans cette prière, il demande au Seigneur qu'il prie pour que la paix, le bonheur règne partout sur terre, que les gens ne souffrent plus, que les agresseurs soient apaisés, et que tout le monde se tourne vers la transcendance suprême par la pratique du service dévotionnel.
Thanks for bringing that up,
There's
Maharaj.
there's many prayers, but the one before this is also extremely important. Prahlad Maharaj.
Donc 5, 18, 9, la prière précédente également 5, 18, 8, Prahlad Maharaj.
Because as long as our own hearts are still polluted by material motivation or false identity, we can't really think like this.
Bien
The
sûr,
previous
tant
prayer was to remove the dirt from my own heart, cleanse my own heart.
une prière aussi pure ne peut venir que de quelqu'un qui est lui-même libéré de toute motivation égoïste, personnelle, matérialiste.
Any other questions? We're talking about the in the back.
Just a comment, I think it's important to say that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not avatar, is avatari also.
Right. Good.
But he's also known as Yuga Avatar.
Yeah, it's interchangeable.
He's both.
Yeah. It's a little technical thing.
Playing the role of an avatar.
Une précision concernant le Seigneur Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, qui est d'un côté, il n'est pas un avatar de Krishna, il est Krishna lui-même, avatari. De l'autre côté, il est également le Yuga Avatar, il joue le rôle d'un avatar.
Anything else?
Matsya Avatar Ki Jai.
For one devotee was taken full shelter in the holy name, let's say he's chanting Sudanam. Does he need extra protection from the other avatars?
Does he need protection?
Does he need extra protection?
Well, the way we understand is that if you're taking shelter of the holy name, that's everything. That's the big umbrella. That's the big net that covers everything. And, when we chant Krishna's name, it also includes all the avatars. So, but for a break, you might like to think about Matsya, you might like to think about Ram, they're all, it's all inclusive, really. So it's good enough, the holy name, for this age. That's basically our main shelter, let's put it that way.
Sometimes we achieve also your function.
Oui, la question, Prabhu, c'était si on prend pleinement refuge dans le Saint-Nom, est-ce que ça ne suffit pas? Est-ce qu'on doit aussi se tourner vers d'autres manifestations de Krishna, d'autres avatars? Maharaj explique, oui, le Saint-Nom, surtout dans cet âge, est complet au niveau protection, même si ça n'empêche pas qu'on se contourne plus spécifiquement pour certains aspects vers d'autres avatars.
Anything else?
Yeah, well, those who are, as I say, taking who are in Shuranam, they don't feel themselves eligible, they don't feel themselves so qualified. Even the gopis were praying to Katyayani to achieve their desired goal. Even Bhakti Vinod Thakur was praying to Lord Nrsimhadev to please, free him so they can actually worship Radha and Krishna. They feel very ineligible.
Pour ajouter à cette question, à cette réponse, oui, on voit aussi que les dévots, même comme les gopis, s'adressent pas toujours directement à Krishna par un sentiment dévotionnel, et elles s'adressent à Katyayani pour enlever les obstacles qui pourraient les empêcher de retrouver Krishna. Bhaktivinoda Thakur aussi demande aussi à Nrsimhadev d'enlever toutes les anarthas qui l'empêchent d'adorer Radha et Krishna librement.
They help anyone to achieve their cherished goal.
I heard that the Lord manifests in all species of life. So
yes, practically.
How many? 13.
8,400,000.
So we don't hear about it.
Yeah, we don't hear about the mosquito incarnation.
Yeah, but that's explained in terms of species of life. It doesn't mean every one of the 8,400,000 necessarily.
Yes.
But within, the animal species, the fish species, the bird species, like
Yes.
that.
Let's put it this way. Krishna has the potential to be in any form of life. You know, there's no limitations for him.
Bon, une question, c'est entendez dire que le Seigneur se manifeste dans toutes les espèces vivantes. Alors, il y en a 8 400 000, on apprend, qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? Bon, c'est pas nécessairement que le Seigneur apparaît dans chacune de ces 8 400 000, comme un moustique, etc., bien sûr, mais qu'il y a des catégories, il y a les plantes, il y a les poissons, il y a les animaux, les humains, etc. Et voilà.
We want, merci beaucoup. We want to thank everyone for participating this morning. So please accept my humble obeisances. Pancha Kaupurubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyecha Patitanam Bhavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Has a beautiful day, sun is shining.
Yeah, the sun's shining. Supposed to be, last night's weather forecast said it'd be raining non-stop right now.
Well, they're lying.
They're lying?
Yeah.
What do you mean they're lying?
They don't tell the truth a lot of times.
They simply don't know the truth. They think they do.
All right, Hare Krishna. Okay. Maybe you did a good job.